How's it guys, this is Davey, FPL, and welcome back to the Deadline with Davey live stream. This live stream is a little bit later than usual, so thanks to all of you guys that have joined me. We're obviously going to be talking about the upcoming blank game week 26, and as you guys can see on screen right now, I don't have a full starting 11, so no transfers have been made. Will I come to regret that? Maybe. I've lost about 0.1 on those transfers, but I thought the information gained might be more valuable. But I'll go over my transfer plan shortly, as I do have kind of two variations. So you guys can let me know if we are all sounding good. The video and the audio is coming through nicely, and then we can head straight on to all your questions, as I'm pretty sure that you guys might have a few this game week. So let me just take a second here to bring up the chat. Okay, so I think we are okay. Marius, thank you, said sound and picture crystal clear. Just let me know if you guys can hear the fan in the background. As always, it's pretty hot here in South Africa, so I've currently got a fan going, but if it does become too much of a distraction, you guys can let me know and I'll try and change it as quick as possible. But I think it should be not that audible for the time being, but let's just see as the stream kind of progresses on. Hello, you sound and look great. Conrad, thank you. You were complimenting the look, but you're probably just saying that the video is of a high quality, which I do appreciate it. Vincent saying, I just got back in time. That's what I was saying. I know it's a little bit of a weird time, this deadline stream. It's 2:30 my time, or 2:37 to be exact, and you guys, it might be kind of late in the night, it might be a little bit earlier in the day. Tell me if you guys prefer this deadline to the usual deadlines. For me, it's a bit annoying. I kind of like the deadline to be out of the way on a Saturday morning so I can get to the rest of the weekend, whereas now we kind of prolonging that deadline a little bit further on. But we might get some more kind of team sheet news, hopefully, and that's going to rely on our kind of plan. Thank you, Slamming. Hopefully it doesn't give us bad juju for the upcoming game weeks, because we've been on a run of green arrows with the old hair, so maybe now that we've got it cut, we might be getting a red arrow, but hopefully not. Fingers crossed we don't. Adam saying, for a filter, looking younger this week, Adam. Yeah, I just had a shave, you know, the power of facial hair removal, but we have gone back to 2018 Davey, let's just say that. 10:30 light rays. I actually checked the Sydney time zone to see how you guys are getting on, because I think sometimes we have kind of Asian countries in early hours of the morning when we sometimes stream, but I think you guys might be fine. So I don't know if 11:30 is late for your time, but maybe you're just getting your Saturday going here. Did you go watch Taylor Swift, light rays? I saw she was in Sydney yesterday, I think. Have you used your triple captain? Kenneth, way to kind of put the jab in, but yes, unfortunately the triple captain was used last week for the Haaland 10-pointer. Was that good? Was that bad? For me, it was a bit underwhelming. I won't lie. I don't know if you guys think the same, but I always say 15 points minimum for a triple captain. Anything less is a disappointment, and anything more is bonus. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Jag Singh saying, can you shout out Suki Roth, says Jag Singh. So shout out. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend. Hopefully it's going well. If you are a friend of Jag Singh or someone special, then shout out to you. How's it, Girid? Hopefully you're doing well, brother. Hello and good luck and have fun, says Philippe. Thank you. I'm not sure if I'm happy I didn't use the triple captain. Marius, I think that you should be happy, brother. I would say if you guys haven't used the triple captain chip, I would consider that a dub. I think whether you use it on Sri Lanka in game week 28, I think he outperforms Haaland's 10 points, so that's already a win. Or what you can do is use it later in the season. But as I think, because I've had a couple mates that haven't used the triple captain, and a lot of them have come across and said, listen, I think we were lucky to not have used it last week, just the sheer fact of the chances that Haaland had. He definitely should have scored against Chelsea, and if he did, I would have been happy. Would have been looking at probably a 15-pointer, and then that would have been okay. But if you kind of saying that you didn't use the triple captain because you thought the games are going to be tough, then I don't think that was necessarily true. But if you kind of admit that, look, listen, the Haaland you got a little bit lucky on the Haaland triple captaincy, then I think you guys can take the dub. So as Tarang saying, you didn't get the vibe. If you want to take it down to vibes, that's 100% fine. But I still believe that the decision was right. Haaland just didn't perform, and that's why I think there was a lot of luck to do with it. But if you guys admit that, 100%. 8:40 p.m. in Hong Kong. Thank you, Vincent. I wish it was a bit later. Then you would have been tied. You know, maybe you would have made a bad transfer. I'm just joking. I always want you to make good transfers, Vincent. Thanks for joining. Vincent said, "Hey, can you shout out to my brother Kevin?" Yeah, Kevin, thank you, please, thank you, Vincent. So, alsjeblieft says Vincent. So in Afrikaans we say alsjeblieft, but in Dutch it sounds like you guys said it a bit differently. But yeah, that's I'm hoping for. If you guys saw the video yesterday, it was just obviously an either Dutch or Flemish fan from Belgium or Netherlands that was just shouting at Kevin, please, to, like, I don't know, get an autograph or something. So I said I'm going to be saying the same in about 20 minutes. Hopefully get early team news, because if Kevin De Bruyne starts, I'm going to be super happy. Are you still planning to take out Van Dijk? D1, I am. I'm going to be making them. I'll show you guys my moves quite quickly. It's pretty set. I just have to make them, but I'm hoping for some early team news on De Bruyne. That's what I'm hoping for. Christian says, how's it, David? Good luck. Good luck to you too, brother. Harry is saying bonjour from France, halfway up a mountain, but had to stop for a hot chocolate. Thank you, Harry. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your skiing holiday, I assume, by the emojis. Please stay safe. A lot of my mates have been injured in skiing accidents. So take it easy. Otherwise, you might be having to watch too much of Davey FPL in the hospital. But have fun, Harry. Enjoy the hot chocolate, and hopefully get early team sheet news by the time that you want to hit the slopes. Uzi is saying, I thought the fixtures were iffy and Haaland hasn't the ground running. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you thought that, like, listen, Haaland... The thing about it, though, is Haaland did score 2 goals the previous game week. But if you say, like, listen... You just didn't think he could play that many continuous kind of nights or games in a row, then that's 100% fine. Lightre is saying last year's playing 3 nights here, didn't get a ticket. Okay, but if you wanted to, I mean, if we have some Swifties in the chat, I'm not going to hold it against you guys. I mean, I think she's the most streamed artist on Spotify today. Thankfully, my transfers were nice and easy this week. Porro to Pau Torres, and I've got a good 100% Harry. Then you can maybe drop off and hit the slopes if you want to. I won't hold it against you. Is that drink really black? What are you drinking? I'm not drinking it. It's kind of purple. If you can see, it's just Powerade. I don't know if you guys have this overseas, but you probably do. I don't think it's a very exclusive drink. But yeah, they only had the purple one. They didn't have the blue one today, so I just went for the purple one. Got to go Saturday night awaits, says Siddharth. Good luck, everyone, Siddharth. Hopefully you have a cracker of a night, brother. Saturday night live. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. And thank you for the 24 months as a Legend member. So the 2-year anniversary, don't go out and party too much to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. Actually do. I'll give you permission to do something that I wouldn't do today. So have fun, and hopefully it's a safe one. Tariq is saying, what's the plan today? So Tariq, let's get straight into the plan. I'm going to be going to the transfer planner as I usually do, guys. Again, this is not sponsored, I'm not being paid. I just think it's a very useful tool. It's from Fantasy Football Fix, and it's on the Chrome extension store. So it's called Future Planner, or no, it's called FPL Plus by Fantasy Football Fix. Okay, so let me reset the draft, and let's go over... Sorry, let me just skip song because I wasn't really feeling that one. So we reset the draft here. You guys can see it's the same starting 11 as you would have seen. Actually, I think this is better quality because you guys can see the rest of the squad. I might just use this as my kind of team selection in future. So I've got Virgil without a fixture, and I've got Darwin without a fixture. So the initial plan, guys, okay, let's just say if Kevin De Bruyne, we get news that he starts, or let's just say we don't want to take a risk, and even we think off the bench you could get points, the 2 transfers I'll make will be Virgil and Darwin out. The first player we bring in is going to be the main one. It's Ollie Watkins. And the second player will be Pau Torres. Now, there's a few variations we can go here. I've seen some people suggesting Senesi or a Regulon from Brentford. Though these options are 100% fine. I mean, I guess the only downside is the Man City game, because after that, they've got Burnley, Sheffield United, Luton, and then, as you guys know, they're going to have the double game week in 28 as well, and then Wolves, Everton. So really good option after Man City. I just don't think I can bring in a defender that has to play today, or this game week, that has Man City. It's just a bit of a downside for me. And then also Regulon, if you want to go from, that's also fine. He has some attacking threat. It's just the fixtures aren't great. West Ham's okay, but then Chelsea isn't great. Arsenal in the double, not the double, sorry. Arsenal in 28 when Bournemouth and Luton have the double isn't too fantastic. But then in 29, he has the fixture of the bunch against Burnley. So that's why Reguilon's a nice option if you maybe can bench him this week. But I think Pau Torres is a fine option. He has okay fixtures. I might not need him for the Spurs game. Might not need him in future against Man City, for example, because our wild card here. But he has a fixture against West Ham in 29, which is okay. Not the best in the world, but not the worst. This will be if Kevin De Bruyne starts, which isn't pretty likely, or we just don't want to take the kind of additional -4. So that's the first plan. Either early team sheet news, or we're going to be having kind of a more conservative approach to Kevin De Bruyne, and we might just want to keep him. The second approach is if we get news that KDB is benched, or he's not going to be in the squad, which I don't think is very likely because he traveled. But let's just say we don't want to take a kind of risk on KDB. We want to go for a 90-minute option. Then the play I'll take out is going to be De Bruyne out for... There's a few options we could look at. There's Jared Bowen, there's Hwang Chan, there's Bailey, Douglas Luiz. I think I might just take the punt on Hwang Chan just because of the Sheffield United game. Yes, I know it's template. Everyone over on Twitter is getting him. I just think that this doesn't necessarily lock me into using the free hit in game week 29 because I think over the next 3 game weeks, he could outperform a player plus that extra transfer. So I'm actually keen to go for a Wolves asset this week. It has its upside, not the biggest upside, but if I was to take out De Bruyne, it might be for Hwang Chan. Then the change, though, that we make here, okay, so let me just reset the game week. So this would be De Bruyne out. Because we're doing De Bruyne out, I can keep Virgil for next week and play him against Nottingham Forest, and I can rather take out Lascelles because obviously I've got so much money in the bank now. So instead of Van Dijk out, I can take Lascelles out, and then I can still go for Watkins. I have enough money for that. So that's the only kind of big change is I'll take another -4 and I'll keep Virgil, and then I'll play him next week instead of Pau Torres who has Luton. I'll play Virgil who has Nottingham Forest. That's the current plan. Unless, obviously, Pedro Porro is back fit, but I'm going to kind of assume that he might be not fit for another game week, just on the safe side, and then play Virgil. But if Pedro Porro is back, I'd preferably play him over Virgil anyway, so that's why I might as well just take a Virgil this week. So, hopefully that's understandable, but there's kind of 2 transfer plans at the moment. I'm just going to go over to draft 5 and then just reset it, just so that you guys get the entire team as a whole. Okay, cool. So you guys can see the entire team now here. You just have kind of white bars on the end, which isn't as attractive as having no white bars. But yeah, so I will probably have to repeat this. If KDB doesn't start, who would you transfer in if you already have Neto? I would just go for Hwang Chan. Go for the double up slamming. It could be massively differential. Chris is saying, hey Davey, Darwin to Watkins gives me a full start in 11, but no bench. Soufal or KDB. I would say that it's okay, Chris, to go with that. Unless you want to take kind of KDB out for Hwang Chan if we get news. I'd say maybe do that. But Charlie Taylor seems to be okay. I just don't know about Soufal. I don't know the West Ham lineups that much. I can just go and see if he's been starting the past couple of game weeks. Okay, he seems like a 90-minute man. I mean, he's played 90 minutes. Okay, no, that's from game week 1. He seems like he's okay. He's getting subbed a bit early, but that could be fine. I'd say I would just probably roll with Soufal. The defensive upside this week isn't there, but if, for example, we get news that KDB is out, then I think the Hwang Chan move might have its upside. Jota to Hwang this week for me. I think I'll start it. Okay, 100% Joe. Gay to Pau Torres says Adam. That looks good. Harry has to one-up me. I've been a member for 1 year, and next stream is the milestone. So hopefully you'll be here then, Harry. Zunaid saying, I love your work. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And then we've got Tarang saying, no thoughts on playing with 10 players only if KDB... So if KDB is benched, I'm fine with keeping him because he might come off the bench and get a return. For example, let's just say what happens like Brentford, where Man City are 0-0 at like 70 minutes. And I can bet you that if De Bruyne was fit, he would have come off the bench. Then maybe gets an assist or a goal. Who kind of knows? So I'm not against keeping Kevin De Bruyne. It's just, I think the upside might be there if something happens like what it did last week, where they kind of 3-0 up against Bournemouth and then he doesn't come off the bench. That could be a disaster. And that's why I might just want to move on to another option this week instead of next week. Because that would be the plan. Like, let's, for example, say we just did Virgil out, Darwin out. What I would do next week is I would take De Bruyne out for Heung-min Son anyways. So Wish that Son had a fixture this week, but because he doesn't, I obviously can't make that move this week. So I would like to make that move next week. But what I could do is if Hwang Hee-chan's here, I could just take out Foden for Son. And then just go with no Man City midfielders, which I don't know if that's that great of an option. Vincent said, I'm still waiting for my free membership. Let me just save up a bit more, Vincent, so I can afford it. Okay, let me just check if we've had any early team sheet news. Okay, so Vincent, you just tagged me in a Charlie Taylor. Okay, so we are going very slowly on team sheet news, it looks like. Okay, so Charlie Taylor's back in the lineup if you guys do own him. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just a bit distracted by the team sheet news here, but it's just been the boy Charlie Taylor. So if you guys have Charlie Taylor, it looks like he's back in the lineup. Okay, and then we have FPL Tony. As I said, it's going to be a slow news day, guys, because we are starting off the Man City leaks with Ruben Diaz. So if you guys have Ruben Diaz, who I think no one has, then he's starting, guys, so you should be happy. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a slow news day if with 40 minutes to go, we are starting with Ruben Diaz. So yeah. Vernon saying, yeah, Diaz starts. Yes, that's been confirmed, guys. As I said, if you guys do have him. Zila, I'm captaining Haaland this week. As long as he starts. We should get early team sheet news about him, but I expect him to play. Innocent is saying, why is no one talking about Neto? Is it all Hwang Hee-chan? There's just a few things that I think are currently putting it in Hwang Hee-chan's favor. The first one is the injury to Cunha. So I think Hwang Hee-chan should play up front, which is out of position. Neto's a great asset though. It might be a 50-50 between them, because what might happen is this week Hwang Hee-chan's better, but next week Pedro Neto's better, depending on the playstyle of the opponents. I just feel like the opportunity of Hwang Hee-chan being on penalties and the out of position kind of edges it in his favor slightly. But I do agree with you. It's quite close between them. Is Solanke the best replacement up front for -4? Odds he blanks this week? Yes, Adam. So he blanks this week, but you want him in the future anyways. So you're saving yourself a transfer. What you can do is, for example, what you're talking about there, do I remove Richarlison to someone else to get a full starting 11? But I kind of want to keep Richarlison for the game week 29 blank, because you guys know that Spurs have a fixture. It just keeps my options open a bit in terms of the free hit. Because I would probably like to maybe not use it, but I don't know if you guys saw, but double game week 34 looks terrible. It looks simply outrageous how bad it looks. So I might be having second thoughts on the chip strategy. Well, what's the plan today? So there's two plans depending on the early team sheet news. The first one is if De Bruyne is going to start, which is unlikely. But or if you just want to keep De Bruyne for that 30 minutes, 20 minutes at the end of the game. It'll be Virgil for Pau Torres and Darwin for Watkins. Now, if we get news that De Bruyne is going to be benched or we don't feel confident of him coming off the bench, then I'll do Hwang Hee-chan in for De Bruyne, and then I won't do Virgil out. I'll do Lascelles out instead for Pau Torres and then Watkins again. So basically the move that is confirmed is Watkins in for Darwin. That's the confirmed move. Then the other move is obviously Pau Torres in, but that could be for Virgil or could be for Lascelles. And only can do Lascelles if De Bruyne is out or kind of benched. Twisted saying Darwin to Solanke for -4 or play Taylor to field 11. I probably would just play Taylor. It's more conservative, Twisted. But if Bournemouth do score against Man City, which isn't that unlikely, then obviously you're going to regret that. But I think I would be conservative here and just play Charlie Taylor for the full 11. I mean, against Man City, if there's a game that he blanks, it's going to be against Man City. So I would be more comfortable Twisted with the more conservative approach. Why not get a Wolves defender? It just keeps our options open for free hitting and not free hitting game week 29, Vernon. Because Wolves don't have a fixture in 29. They might, but they could still feature. Vincent is saying my starting 11, is it worth taking any hits? Okay, so you got Watkins, Haaland, you got Gordon, Hwang, Saka, Taylor, Foden. Okay, now I would just roll with that, Vincent. Sully, can I check Discord? I'll check Discord in a little bit. If Kevin De Bruyne doesn't start, would you transfer in if you already have Neto? So Slamming, I said I would just go for Hwang Hee-chan, go for the double up. Cash is saying who to bench, Reguilon, Botman, Solanke, or Cash. Definitely Botman in my opinion. I think comfortably it's Botman against Arsenal. Because chances are Cash, you probably own Saka already, so you're hoping that Saka scores. Philippe is saying I've got Taylor instead of Lascelles. Should I play Taylor or Powell anyways? No. What I would do then is I would just play Charlie Taylor and don't do the -4, Philippe. But can you still do the Darwin out for Watkins move? Connor's saying Nunes and De Bruyne to Watkins and Powell. Is this basically a dead? No, Connor, it's not a dead certain. But if you have to go, then I would do those moves. What I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for Kevin De Bruyne news, which might only come like 10 minutes before. I think I've kind of come to the consensus that if he doesn't start, I think I will sell. I don't know. That's what I'm currently thinking about. You guys can also vote on the poll if you guys want to. I'll probably end it fairly shortly. It's saying, what are you doing this week? This is very kind of, be honest. Are you on free transfers, a -4, -8, or a chip? Currently, it's a -4 leading by 44%. So all I can say is that if you guys have a full starting 11 and are on free transfers, you're blessed. The green arrow might already be confirmed. Let me go check Twitter again quickly just to see if we've got any more team sheet news. That is not Ruben Diaz. Okay, so news is that Ake is in the starting 11. So if you guys have Nathan Ake, he is back in the starting 11. So Ake is back in the starting 11 if you guys do want to go for him. Okay, and Paul Torres has apparently posted an Instagram story, so he should be fine to also start. But yeah, the Paul start was basically guaranteed. But if you guys have Nathan Ake, he does start. I don't really know what that means. Can we predict who starts then if we know Ake and Diaz start? Is it a back 4? Is it a back 3? I don't know. Will Maguire play? I think so. I think currently the United centre-backs are injured. Let me just check for you. I'm going to go over to Jump the Wave. If you guys don't know her, she does predictions of lineups. Or kind of correlates lineups. Okay, so Maguire's in the projected lineup. And then let me just check the consensus one. Yeah, so Maguire's fairly certain to start, it looks like. So if you guys have H. Maguire, he should be playing. I've got only 2 defenders at the moment after put Watkins in. Should I do Powell in for Doherty or Porro? So Ronaldo, do it for Porro. Who's your who's your third defender? So if you have 2 starting and you have Doherty, Porro, who's your 5th? But out of those 2, keep Doherty definitely as a double coming up. And with Pedro Porro is currently injured, when he will come back, who kind of knows? Oladapo is saying, Pinnock to Ait Nori / Pau Torres. I've got a full starting 11. This free transfer is to have more depth. I would set yourself up then for future. If you're not going to play Ait Nori against Sheffield United, then just get Pau Torres for the future blank. That's what I would say. Philippe. If you had Taylor, what would your plan change? My plan would change. It's a bit weird because, yeah, I can see what you're kind of saying because then you still need funds. And that's why I was saying, Philippe, can you still afford the Watkins for Darwin move? Because if you can't, you're in a bit of a sticky situation. What I might just do then is I might just play Charlie Taylor and I might do De Bruyne out for Hwang Hee-chan easier. So if De Bruyne doesn't start, I wouldn't even think about it. I would just take him out. I would take him out for, I definitely take him out for Hwang Hee-chan then. Thinking about doing a madness and triple captaining Saka. Am I mad? Chris, you're not mad. I mean, if you think Saka gets 10 points, then go for it. But I would, if it was me, if it was my team, I would instead captain Dom Solanke in double 28. That just looks like it's a prime. Just 1 goal in each game, 3 bonus points in both. I mean, you're going to be laughing then. I want to sub Braithwaite if I can buy either for Pinnock. Yeah, then I mean, I think I would start both of them over Braithwaite potentially. Who do Everton have? Yeah, they have Brighton, so I would definitely play whoever you bring in. I'm siding towards Pau Torres, so unless you're very confident of Freeting in 29, I would say that then Pau Torres is an okay option. Stone starting, Evan, I don't know. I haven't got that yet. I can go check to see if there's been anything, but as I know now, it's just Ake and Vincent. Why did you? Yeah, exact. Delete that post you tagged me in, Vincent. Yeah, it's just those two. No one else from Man City has been confirmed. Blue Line. Okay, to have 11 starters, says Blue Line. Okay, let me just check. Did you ask a question above this? Blue Line, I don't know if you deleted the first part of your message, but just repeat it and I'll answer it. Why is Game Week 34 so bad? Okay, I can go check this for you. Let me bring up Twitter for you guys. Just give me a second here to bring up ye old Ben Krellin. Okay, so let me just see if you guys can see this on screen. Okay, you guys can. You can see... wait, can I maybe open this image in a new tab? Okay, you guys can see this then. Okay, perfect. You guys can see the Game Week 34 exactly. Okay, so this might be quite hard to read, but basically what Ben Krellin has done here is look at the last column. So... I don't know if you guys can see this, like this column here, like this one, not this one, this one here. Okay, yeah, whatever. So that column tells you the expected fixture count. So for example, the first team Arsenal 1.53, the next team Aston Villa 0.83. It's exactly like Mikkel Tokvam's predictions. Anything more than a 1 is a chance of a double game week. A 2 is a confirmed double, and a 0 is a confirmed blank, and anything between 0 and 1 is a chance of a blank. So you guys can see that Arsenal have a chance of a double, pretty good chance, like a 53% chance, whereas Aston Villa have a chance of a blank. So just look at the teams that have a good kind of number above 1.5. It's Arsenal, it's Crystal Palace, Everton, and Sheffield United, with potentially Chelsea in there. So if your double game week is Everton, Sheffield United, and then potentially Crystal Palace, that's not that great of a double game week. So that's why it just looks pretty terrible. It might still be good, but if you were looking to maybe free it, the advantage of kind of bringing in 3 Sheffield United players and 3 Everton players might not be that high of an upside. So that's why game week 34 looks pretty terrible. We will know more confirmation though before game week 27's deadline, but based on the predictions, not the best double game week, to be honest. And that's just my opinion, guys. But you guys might have a different opinion. And if you think that like Sheffield United and Everton and Crystal Palace are like, that's going to be a massive double, then I mean that could be good. It just depends on how you approach it, because what we could do is just move the free hit from 34, 37 to game week 29 instead and see how that goes. No worries, Evan. Huang will blank in 29, right? Why is he a popular pick? So he won't definitely blank. He has a good chance. So I can bring up, sorry, I just closed Ben Krellin's Twitter account. Let me just go back to it for you guys. Okay, can you guys see this now? Okay, you can't. Let me just open it in a new window. Okay, there you can see it. Okay, so these are the latest odds of fixtures being played. You can see that Wolves play Bournemouth, and that will be done if Wolves beat Brighton or if Bournemouth beat Leicester. So you can't see that. It's right after the if Wolves beat Brighton, but what this is saying is that if either Wolves beat Brighton, which I don't know if that's that likely, maybe Brighton beat Wolves, but then if Leicester beat Bournemouth, which also could happen, then this won't be a blank fixture. But it's kind of likely at the moment, according to Ben Krellin. But the only confirmed games are the bottom 3. None of the blanks have been confirmed. But I might say that Brighton Man City is a blank because I expect both teams to potentially win. At least Man City will. But Wolves, it's not confirmed that Wolves do blank. As I said, if Brighton beat Wolves, which is maybe likely, or if Leicester beat Bournemouth, then we could be looking. Is it worth to bring in Hwang Hee-chan for a Charlison or Osama? If you want to in your starting 11, I'm going to just keep... I mean, obviously this game week it's worth it because he has a blank. But, I mean, it's tough. I'd say that if he's the only midfielder you want to transfer out, then you can do it. It just depends on your starting 11 and your chip strategy. And that's what I was saying to you guys. Like, it's good to kind of work out a chip strategy now. Because if you're not going to free it in game week 29, then you want to prioritize keeping a Richarlison. But if you want to free it in 29 anyways, then you might as well do it. Okay, let me check Twitter quickly to see if anything else has been posted. Okay, nothing so far. Just a lot of people memeing about potentials. Sully, I would just keep Konza and I would take out Gusto potentially instead. That's what I would do. Stuck between Hwang and Odegaard. Dylan, that's a tough one. I might say that if you don't have an Arsenal triple up, I might want to complete that first before I look at another option. But just remember that Arsenal also could blank. So the thing I'm hoping for is that Leeds beat Chelsea, but I don't know how likely that is. Because then you'll get like another kind of double game or blank game week player. But yeah, I think that it's a tough one to be in, but I would say maybe go for Hwang Dylan just because of the upside. Yes, Odegaard has good fixtures, but because they're both blank, I just prefer the Wolves one slightly more, and he's more of a talisman. Vincent, play Charlie Taylor or bring in Gabriel. I just play Charlie Taylor. If you have Charlie Taylor, just play him. He's like a gift for you guys if you have him. Who to bench? Cash, I would bench Botman. Even if you have Bowen in your team, Regulon could get an attacking return. Whereas Botman, yes, there is attacking it off the set pieces, but I don't know. Would you sell his Stupinan for Torrid? Gary might be spell check there, but I don't exactly know who that is. I just would probably just keep a Stupinan. You kind of have to be a little bit cautious, obviously, with the start, but I mean, he might play. And in a blank game week, it's like De Bruyne. If De Bruyne comes off the bench, you might still get points. It's just, is it worth taking these players out with a -4, that sort of thing? No worries, Dylan. Thanks for the question. Would you sell Palmer for Hwang Cole? Yeah, I might. Just because they're blank. Thanks, Connor. I've only played Charlie Taylor twice this season. He's returned. Time to go. I hope he blanks Vincent. Okay, so Foden starts. That's quite big because I think people were expecting him to be benched. So Foden does in fact play. Now we just need the De Bruyne news, but I think De Bruyne is benched. I won't lie to you. If I have to do a prediction, I would say that. So I think what we're going to do, guys, so Foden starts. If you guys need news on Foden, he does play, so don't worry. I'm going to end the poll now, and I'm going to ask you a question that you guys can answer about Kevin De Bruyne. So if KDB is benched, it's sell for a -4 or keep and pray. Let's say that. So I'm saying pray as in I hope he comes off the bench and scores points. Aaron, what's the name of the Twitter account with the lineup predictions? The lineup predictions is jump the wave. It's one word. If you want the team leaks from Man City, it's FPL Tony, Toni. No worries, Adam. Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know it's a bit of a weird kind of time, so hopefully it's have a safe one. I don't have enough money. Then you can take out Konza if you can afford Pau Torres if you want. Start Taylor or Solanke. I think you have to play the attacker there, but it's a nice problem to have. It means that you got bench coverage. Thank you, Vincent. I know that he wasn't at the Etihad, and I also saw that tweet. So you're getting a bit sloppy with those because you might just have copied that. Who to bench from Shaw, Stupinan or Taylor? I'd bench Shaw. If you have Saka, it's a no-brainer for me. Are you keeping Foden for the long term? Slamming it depends if De Bruyne starts today or not. It depends if I keep Kevin De Bruyne or not. If I keep him, then I will take Kevin De Bruyne out next week for Son probably. But if I take De Bruyne to Hwang Chan this week, I'll do Foden maybe to Son next week. It just depends. So basically Foden, keeping him for the long term. I might not keep him for the super long term, but I'll definitely keep him for the next 3 game weeks. Depends on if De Bruyne plays today or if I just keep him, basically. 60% of you currently, 61 back to 60, are saying that I should just keep and pray that he returns. Maybe. Who to bench? Muniz, Trippier, or Stupinan? Muniz is the Fulham who has United away. He has been starting and has actually been performing well. He's on form against United, who aren't great but have improved. And Brighton play Everton. It's a tough one. I might say Trippier, but I might say Trippier. Is it too risky to gamble on so much funds with KDB? Is it too risky to gamble on so much funds with KDB? I don't think it's risky because Salah's out. So if we wanted a Salah in our team, maybe we need the funds. When are Destiny and Poro back? So the latest Twitter account is... Okay, so this is the Twitter account, guys. There we go. That's the Twitter account for the FPL predictions, and that's the Twitter account for the Man City leaks. Those two. So Destiny is in light training and Poro hasn't returned back yet. So I would say game week 27 might be a push. Maybe they could be back. I don't know. But I think maybe game week 28 is more likely. Do you think Charlie Taylor... Winston, he starts. It's been confirmed already. So if you have Charlie Taylor, you can play him. Don't worry, guys. Start Taylor or Trippier. I think you have to go... you probably have to go for Trippier there, Danny. It depends how much faith you have in Burnley, but I don't think I have much. Start KDB or Trippier. If KDB is benched, you start Trippier. Hopefully we get news. If we're getting news that Foden is starting, surely we'll get news that KDB starts. Or was benched. Okay, I don't see anything as of yet, so I don't know if we will get early team sheet news. I think if we don't get news, I'll just keep De Bruyne. I think he might be benched, but there's always a chance he starts, which isn't likely, but I guess it is what it is. So if you guys are joining late, so it's quite close. 53% of you say that I should keep and pray versus sell for a -4 is 47%. So it's quite 50-50 to be honest. So if you guys are kind of just joining the stream now, the 2 transfer plans are if we don't get news about KDB or if he starts or if I want to keep him, it's Darwin out for Watkins, which is a confirmed move. I'm going to put that in now for now because that's the only confirmed move that we're doing. We just need funds for it. Then, if Kevin De Bruyne, if you want to keep him, I'll just take out Virgil for Pau instead. Or I will take out De Bruyne for Hwang Hee-chan, and then I'll take out Lascelles for Pau Torres. So I'm just gonna put Pau in on my right-hand side in case we have to move a bit quickly. But those are the two moves currently, guys. And I actually don't even know what will happen if we get news that Kevin De Bruyne is benched, because part of me wants to keep him, but part of me wants to take him out. I think you almost have to. It's just, if it was for free, it would be okay. But if it wasn't for free, then I don't know. Okay, yeah, I've seen nothing as of yet. It might come 10 minutes, it might come 5 minutes, but it is what it is. Why are so many people bringing Solanke for a hit this week? Yeah, it is true. It depends if you can go for something else, but for my team, I don't want to take out Richarlison. I don't want to take out Pedro Porro. Maybe I want to take out Lascelles, but the upside of a defender isn't that high. And I mean, Man City haven't been the most water kind of tight defense. They have been conceding. It is away from home. Let's see what happens. Pau for Lamptey or Solanke for Darwin. Will be a -4 and need to transfer for... Okay, so this is tough, Ty the Footy Guy, because I don't know if Lamptey starts or that just comes down to prediction. So if you think that Lamptey starts, then do the Solanke move. But if you don't, then Pau Torres might have more of an upside. But I'd probably do the Solanke to Darwin move instead. If KDB doesn't start, I will get Charlie. So you're going to put him in. Who would have thought benching KDB for Charlie Taylor? You know, FPL is a magical game. Andrew Hall saying, Dave, I don't have KDB. I've got Palmer and Charlison. Who should I get if I don't? What should I do? I can't get. No, so I don't get KDB. I wouldn't buy buying Kevin De Bruyne. I think then what you can do is you can sell Palmer. Palmer for Hwang Hee-chan. It looks like a good move. Should I do Konza to Ait Nori or just roll? I would do the Ait Nori because it's for free, right? Sully. If it's for free, then I would say it's fine. But if it's for a hit, then I don't know. You're approaching some territory. But I think I would still do it for hit. Would you swap Maddison for Foden? I would keep either side of that. Try keep Maddison if you can, and I would try keep Foden. Can you style that hair back on the top? You look more... Wait, where's my style? Where's it? Is there hair on the back? Or are you saying I must take my hair back to how it looked? I can't, Vincent. They cut it. I can't just grow my hair. This is not like GTA where you cycle like through the afro and stuff. Thanks, Andrew. Okay, Davey. Thanks, Andrew. Michael saying, will Diaby start? Projected lineups say no. Projected lineups have Bailey on that right-hand side. Any early team sheet news? If you guys want to check Twitter for me, you guys can, and then just let me know if anything comes out. Okay, I don't see anything, so yeah, this is a bit rough. Said there's no, so Hus, you got baited by FPL Boona. He's done the FPL Tony one and he's done the FPL Villain one. Hazard Davies says Linus, Sean Dyche masterclass coming with a big Everton win. Hopefully, Linus. Hopefully you guys can get out of that kind of relegation scrap. Tarang saying, sorry, I missed it. Is the Watkins move confirmed? No, because I can't confirm it. I don't have enough funds. But it's the only move that I'm going to definitely be doing. I've just got it penciled in here in case we have to move the transfers quite quickly. Got Arila ready. Play Emerson and double up on West Ham. We'll just play Charlie Taylor. I just play Charlie Taylor. Split the odds. West Ham don't have the best kind of defensive form. That's one of the situations where you guys can be conservative with your clean sheets. Gross in for Jota. Going under the radar, I'd say with the Brighton assets. I think the upside might be better on other options, but Brighton assets definitely could be up there. The only thing that hinders me is the fact that they basically confirmed to blank, because I expect Man City to beat Luton. So if you free a team in game week 29, then Gross is a fine selection, but otherwise I might look elsewhere. But I guess Hwang Hee-chan also blanks potentially. But the chance of Hwang blanking is less than the likes of Gross. Lascelles start? No. Lascelles is unfortunately very much on the bench, I think. Unless you Newcastle fans can tell me otherwise. So I just wanted to post this quick. And I was just checking if there's been anything over on Twitter, which as far as I know, there's been nothing. I guess the photo news was quite useful, but not the news that we wanted. Yeah, Sully, that looks cool. Powell versus Moreno. It's Moreno's the higher upside, but Powell is more nailed. That's what it just comes down to. Also, who should I get for Trent? Do you have Pau Torres, Andrew? Then I would probably just go for him. Very kind of conservative option. I like him at that price point. Has a fixture. Keeps you flexible. Pau or Cash, it's the same with Moreno. The upside is there for the fullback, but he's more kind of nailed. I have to take out Virgil to get Watkins. Who do you recommend? Yeah, so Connor, I also have to. I don't have enough funds in the bank to just do one. So I'm doing Pau Torres in for Virgil. It's just I don't know if De Bruyne is out, I'd rather take out Lascelles instead of Virgil and then play Virgil next week. That's why I'm just waiting to see. Is it worth to switch Kevin De Bruyne for Saka, Linus? I think I would do that. Even without the news, I think I would do that move, Linus. No worries, Connor. Walker for Virgil. Maybe, but we don't know if he's going to start, so I'd rather say go for Ake. Because Ake is definitely playing today if you think that Man City keep a clean sheet. Bailey or Bowen? This is a tough one because I like Bailey, but I think Bowen has probably the slightly higher upside. I just worry about Bailey potentially with the kind of all these European competitions coming up. Or West Ham, but I think aren't West Ham in like a European competition as well? Yeah, so they're also in a European competition. So I mean, there's equal rotation around those two assets, but I think Bowen should generally play every game. Keep Gordon or sell for Hwang? I mean, Oscar, it depends how much of a risky manager you are. You take out a player that features and he's okay, is on penalties. Okay, so Haaland starts. So Haaland starts if you guys do want to captain him. I mean, I don't think there was much doubt about that. Thanks, Vincent, for tagging me. So Haaland does play. So I'm going to just show you guys the team currently. And then I'm going to show you the transfer page. So the team currently is like this. So I've got vice captaincy on Saka, normal captaincy on Haaland. These two players blank, and I will have to make transfers before that. So that's why I'm just waiting here with 6 minutes to go if we do get anything on Kevin De Bruyne. But I don't know. It's getting to the point though that I mean... Okay, so Kevin De Bruyne does not start for Manchester City. Okay, so we've had our news. Okay, so I think then that's confirmation that De Bruyne does not start. So who do we now bring in? Okay, so we can keep Virgil. Okay, let's think here. Let me just think here quickly. I think we take out De Bruyne then. So now we can keep Verge, and we can take out Lascelles rather for Pau Torres. And we take out De Bruyne for Hwang Hee-chan. I think these are the moves that we do then. I know 55% of you said that keep and pray, but I think if he is benched, I'd rather take the transfer. It's annoying because it's for a -4, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, so I think we're going to make these transfers then with 4 minutes to go, guys. Let me just check. Lascelles out for Pau Torres, De Bruyne for Hwang Hee-chan, Darwin for Watkins. I think that's good. Okay, I'm taking a -8. GG. It's probably a red arrow, but I guess it is what it is. I'm confirming those transfers. You guys can see the final team here. And then we will bench Virgil and play Pau Torres. And I think the team stays the same. So that's the final team, guys. You can see that on screen now. I'm going to just post it to Discord quickly. You guys can ask me any questions. I'll try and do this as soon as possible. Okay, that's just, I'm banking on the upside, I guess, of Hwang over De Bruyne. But yeah, I know there might be those of you that think I should have kept De Bruyne. So if you guys want to keep De Bruyne, that's 100%. You guys can do that. I just think that I would rather just kind of side with the potential upside of a player not starting with Hwang, who has good fixtures also upcoming. And that's the reason I've done this. Will Mikalenko start? I think he should. I won't lie to you. I'm not that versed on these kind of niche teams, but Joe, any other early team news? Okay, so Joe, Ake starts, Diaz starts, Foden starts, De Bruyne is benched. Davey, with your -8, I just might overtake you. I mean, you guys might. A -8 is pretty hectic. Play 2 from Solanke, Anderson, Taylor. I would start Solanke and Anderson. I'd bench Taylor. Play Taylor or -4 for Pau. Just play Taylor, guys, if you have him. Start your blanks for vibes. Why keep Virgil? I'm going to keep Virgil for next week. I'll take him out for Game Week 28 anyways. But basically what I'm saying here is that if Pedro Porro doesn't recover for Crystal Palace at home next week, I'd rather play Virgil against Nottingham Forest than Pau Torres against Luton away. That's why. -8 is giving me tears. It's giving me tears as well. It just hasn't set in yet. Don't worry. When the stream ends, I'll be crying. But yeah, that's going to be my team, guys. With 1 minute to go, get those lineups done. The -8 has been confirmed. Yeah, so more confirmation that KDB is out. Vice captain on Saka, yes. It could be on Hwang Hee-chan. I just think Saka's maybe a bit more reliable. But guys, we know Haaland starts anyways, so the vice captain shouldn't matter too much, to be honest. I started Stupinan on Taylor. I started Stupinan. Will a Stupinan start? I think it's a 50-50, maybe a 60-40 on starting, so I would say go for it. No funky bench order. I don't want to mess anything up now. That's why it's with 1 minute to go. I just want the team to save. So yeah, no funky bench order. There's another name for it that I'm not going to say on stream, but you guys can do that. But yes, guys, the time is up. The -8 has been cemented. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry it was a bit hectic towards the end. I know it was a bit of a hectic thing. Early kickoff, yes, Tarang, but just remember, it's not the first game that was meant to be played. That was last night, actually. So that's... good move, David. We got you. Thank you guys for joining the stream. As I said, it was a bit later than usual, so you guys go enjoy whatever you're going to do Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. Thank you for just joining the stream. Might be a red arrow with the -8. But I guess it is what it is. Remember, hits are half price even if your players are benched. That's what I'm just telling myself so that I don't get too upset about taking a -8. But let's see what happens today. A lot of players playing with Hwang Yi-chan coming up tomorrow. Let's see if Hwang absolutely bangs it. Hopefully he does to repay for that -4. But the team looks pretty good. I've got my fingers crossed for a green arrow. Hopefully the green arrow is also in your guys' favor. And I'll see you guys for all that normal game week 27 goodness next week. And have a safe weekend. I'm signing off. It's been Davey FPL, and I'm out. Cheers. Bye.